Hi, this is Dr. Joan Friedman. Welcome to Twin Tuesday. I've gotten a wonderful question about what are some of my thoughts about separating twins into their own rooms. Well, I love this idea because, as you might know, I'm a big proponent of trying to offer some separate experiences and opportunities for twins. But of course, everything depends on our situation. My boys didn't get to be in their own rooms until they were 8 years old because that's when our older son left for college. But if you have the opportunity now, or you can think about it in the future, I think it's a really nice gift to give to twins for a lot of different reasons. I think a lot of twins don't even really understand what a gift is of solitude. It's a time for yourself. It can be very creative, it can be very soothing. And I often think it's important for twins to embrace the idea of being alone because, for obvious reasons, it's something they're frightened about because they've had very few opportunities to understand what it feels like and to feel safe. Now, of course, separation into different rooms has to be handled developmentally appropriate, just like all other separations. It's not something you want to rush into. It's something you want to talk about, and you want to say, well, we're going to be doing this at such and such time. One twin will often want to separate and the other one does not. And when that happens, I think it's very important not to feel guilty about the twin who doesn't want to have his own room, but to be able to support both of them having their own separate spaces and getting accustomed to it. It's also really nice if they can help you pick out things that make their room special, like their sheets or their blanket or a bed cover or some specific fixture in the room, like a clock or a light. It's really nice because it makes the space sort of uniquely theirs. I had this sad experience that a mom of identical twin girls called me when her daughters were 17 and they were going off to college. And they really had never bought anything separately. They were going off to separate colleges. So she let them go free in Bed Bath and Beyond. And they came back with exactly the same things, which of course created another problem in terms of figuring out who was going to get what. So, in order to not have a situation like that, it's really a nice opportunity to give twins this idea of separate bedrooms, separate spaces. Oftentimes, too, if there's a conflict, one twin can say, I'm going to my room. And it gives them a sense of some space and privacy that they may or may not be able to experience in other ways. Also, I definitely think too that sometimes you're going to come into situation where there's a problem, where one is going to say, I'm going to sleep in my brother's room or my sister's room. So this whole idea of creating separate rooms ends up being sort of a lost idea. So what one mom told me was, you guys have to sleep in your own beds and you can have a sleepover like one night a week, like Friday night or Saturday night. So I think if you're going to go to the trouble of having the separate spaces, it's important to create boundaries and expectations that each twin does go to sleep in his or own bed, just to again help them figure out that they're okay by their own self. Also, I think for a boy girl twin, as they get older, that sense of privacy is really very important. So oftentimes I've heard that a mom or dad will put their girls together and the boys together, or vice versa, just and so there's some separation for the genders, which I think makes it a little bit healthier and easier for everybody involved. So thank you very much, and I'll see you again next week.